So if elected, what would be your top priorities and issues that you would address, if different than what you talked about?
Yeah, well, I think that it's, goes without saying that we're going to have to deal with, state budget funding that is below what we would like to see for education. And not only that, it's, it's kind of chronic cuts to our funding. And so definitely balancing the budget in a fiscally responsible way that prioritizes our kids and the programs that for our kids is important. And I think that continuing balance of fiscal responsibility with protecting our high quality program are really, even though we face cuts that we didn't want to have to make, I think that we've done a good job prioritizing and making cuts strategically such that we've protected the classroom and our students. And our education here in Davis is really second to none. We're excellent in the region, so those will remain really, that juggling act will remain probably the highest priority. Beyond that, I am excited to keep making some advances that I think we've made in special ed in terms of enhancing the trust and the relationship between our parents and our district. I'm proud of the work we've done there so far, and the opening of the special ed preschool, and so that they have more space and a fuller program. And I'd like to see, even better communication between the parents and the district and the parents. So that would be one. In terms of facilities, I, of course, love Go Blue Devils that we've refurbished the stadium at Davis High. And it's almost done, not quite, so we'll see that through. There's more work to be done there in terms of a student commons, so everybody feels like they're connected on campus and it's a true student body that can stay for lunch and have activities and get something for everybody. We have work to do at Emerson with that facility, and so in terms of facilities, that's probably where we need to be looking forward. When I ran the first time, I talked a lot about student connectedness and having everybody feel welcome and safe on campus. I think that we've made definite strides in that area, but again, there's more that could be done, particularly at our large comprehensive high school and working with learning communities across different departments and teaching disciplines. And I know the staff has been really excited to start work on that, and would like to see that continue. So that's also part of my priority. We've made our meetings much more efficient and effective, and I'd like to see that continue. I'm sure it will.
And what did you do to make them more efficient and effective?
It doesn't really help if you talk about things until 2 in the morning. You end up not doing your best thinking then. So I think that probably the relationship building we've all been able to do, and the staff that we've brought on board have been important. I was, we all take turns as board president, so it's not, not special in that you rotate in, but I was board president last year, and some of the things that I wanted to make happen at that point were making sure that the public agenda packet was very clear, so that there's a executive summary, for lack of a better word, on the cover page, so that any member of the public could pick it up, really just read the agenda item and know what we're talking about, so that if they want to come down and comment, they can do so. And then that's very clear, then you don't get stuck with a lot of questions about even starting the process when you get there. I did work with the staff on really giving us a clear public summary at the meeting, and then allowing more of the time to be spent on board discussion, because that's what we're there for, to work with each other. You have 5 people, you've got to work with each other, and we need that time to arrive at the best thinking for our students. So that was part of it, and limiting PowerPoints is probably one logistical. Like PowerPoint is supposed to enhance your presentation, it's not your whole presentation. So that may have been part of it. And then we started using comment cards like almost every other government body does everywhere else except here, and that just helps people know that you're definitely going to get a turn, that you won't be forgotten if you turn in a card. If you forget to turn in a card, well, of course you can still comment, but that just lets people know kind of when they can queue up and they can keep their comfy seats for the rest of the time. I know those are little details, but
well, that's important.
It's kind of made a difference. So
okay, that's good.
Yeah, that's part of it. And then of course our other important items we'll have to deal with as we go forward is working with our employees, particularly in tough fiscal times. And we have in Davis, you've got to take everybody you have and keep moving forward. For some of our students, that means they're already functioning at very high levels, so you've got to figure out a way to take them to the next. And then we have students who really are falling through the cracks, and we do have an achievement gap here as everywhere else. And so looking at strategies to move everybody forward. I am very, very interested, along with some parent advocates, in looking at an A through G default curriculum. I'm not advocating for it yet because we haven't done any kind of research or thinking about how that would fit in our situation, so I'd just like to explore the benefits of that. But
and what is that curriculum? The A through G.
A through G, and I think loosely meaning that it would allow students to be in a curriculum path unless they opt out, that would give them the choice of attending a CSU or a UC. And what it tends to do, San Jose Unified has done this, and they've done it as a way to close their achievement gap. San Jose, very district, and also much larger than ours. And they've seen an increase of about 30% of their students graduating college eligible. And I definitely believe that college is not for everybody. I understand that. And I support our career tech classes, and you can look at my voting record on that. But at the end of the day, statistically speaking, going to college is a way for most of our students to get ahead and do better in life. And I don't want that option closed to anybody. I don't want it closed because their parents didn't go to college, and I don't want it closed because they don't know somebody that can help them get into college, and I don't ever want it closed because at some point in the school system somebody has made them believe that they're not college material. So that, to me, makes it worth looking at some different ways of organizing, so that just for any student that wants to, they have that option. And that actually begins far before the high school years. And part of what's happened in San Jose, as best I can tell from the research and talking to some people, is that it's kind of said to the whole system, you need to scaffold the students along as they start in elementary school to be able to take the courses that they need in high school. And like I said, it's not for everybody, and certainly there's an opt-out. And we have, I have to proudly say for a moment, at here in Davis last year, started giving all of our students the option to take the PSAT, or actually signing them on for the PSAT, and then it's an opt-out. Okay. We're near a pool and we can hear the splashing, so
It's not one thing, it's another.
right.